What is up, YouTube? This is AlphonZeus here, Team Gradelock, with another episode of Team Gradelock Unlocks the Week. We're going to be going over the latest Cardfight Vanguard episode, Ride 155, as well as results from our local and any more news that we have from Team Gradelock to you, our subscribers. So let's get right into it. Ride 155. Spoiler alert, you haven't seen the episode yet, please pause and close the video, go watch that episode, and come back right here so we can discuss about it. Of course, if you don't want to do that, please click on the link in the description down below so you can skip right to the results of our local. So, Ride 155, the two Leons. Now we see Aqua Force reverse, pretty much, for the two TLDR. Now, we have Leon and Takuto's spirit enter the building of this reversed organization led by the reversed Takuto, and one of the first things that happen is that once they confront Takuto, the reversed, automatic puts Leon in ice, teleports him to a different room, which is pretty much the first time we've seen some sort of dark magic or outside of anything reversed, because just wow, these reversed people can actually freeze stuff or at least do like the black magic, fire, ice, and stuff like that. So I thought that was a bit of a surprise in that episode. And then next thing we see Takuto reverse binding, or at least locking Takuto's spirit to the wall with the binding force of the black rings. And so when Leon gets teleported, ice melts off or disappears or whatever, and then he comes across another Leon, but this time it's a different path, it's a different future. Apparently this was when if Leon gave into Void and he became reversed, so that can kind of technically call him the first reversed fighter in a different timeline. So I thought it was an interesting one, but it seems that we're gonna have an Aqua Force mirror match with Leon versus Leon reversed, and I want to see what's gonna happen. However, it's like they teased it that Leon will lose because that's apparently a future version of himself, even though that in actuality it's probably more of an alternate timeline. But usually nowadays when they get off their card fights, it goes a little bit faster. At least card fights don't take maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, 3 episodes at max actually. And so grade 1, grade 2, you see them coming in, combo attacks, whatever. But then they got grade 3s, then things starting to really pick up, as usual. With Leon Reverse, he premieres the new unit, which is known as Blue Storm Industry Dragon Maelstrom Reversed. This reversed unit is definitely not one of the major top, but if not one of the top 2 or 3 reverse units that we have seen so far. Now apparently it looks like it's not a cross ride, but of course we only seen this in one fight, and who knows what's gonna happen. But if this is gonna be a reverse cross ride, I think it's gonna be a pretty nice one. However, this reverse by itself is extremely broken in almost every single way, that it pretty much gives you a choice. Unlike Ashley Reverse and Ethics Buster Reverse, it's gonna happen no matter what, and you gotta deal with it. But with Maelstrom Reverse, it's more of a choose your poison, and both of those poisons can cost you the game. So he ends up attacking, but he used reverse skill twice over 2 turns. And then first he let it hit the regular Leon because he was only at 3 damage, and so Leon only got 1 crit trigger, so I kind of put him on the edge. But then the next turn when Leon Reverse does his unit, he perfect guards it. However, that's not the end, because this attack didn't hit, so apparently Counter Blast 1 at the end of the battle of this unit attack. If it did not hit, I pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and then choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. Wow, so you either have to guard at least 2 to 3 cards from your hand to block Maelstrom, especially when you're behind Dorothea with the 10k booster, or you just perfect guard it and you lose a unit, and that opponent draws a card. That's really scary. That's pretty much a game changer right there. And you think that Aqua Force may have kind of just dumbed down a little bit, even though that Tetra Drive Transcore combo is pretty broken, but reverse, they just take it to a whole new level. And now these reverse units are really starting to pick up steam and really seeing that, wow, this is actually pretty broken. And so after that part, Road Transcore couldn't really do much, but he was able to guard because apparently when Reverse Leon got that crit trigger, he put it all in his rear guard, and you see the 16k plus 1 crit. However, Leon just put down a 10k shield, which we all, I guess, at least I thought it was going to be a quintet wall. But it wasn't, it was just a 10k drop, so it seems that you have to lock a standing unit. But those are just rumors as of the recording of this video, so it's not confirmed yet, but this is what's been debating around the internet, at least nowadays. So, after Leon guards, he broke road Tetra Dragon over Transcore with an empty field. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't even use Tetra Drive's restanding ability because he lost units most of the time to Maelstrom reversed. So what can you do? Alright, swing in, but he used all 5 of Counterblast to gain 2k. He pretty much was swinging for 29k by himself because he had this long speech and just says Counterblast 1, Counterblast 1, Counterblast 1, Counterblast 1, Counterblast 1, and gaining all of that power, and it's insane because it's just like, all right, I'm going in, I gotta boost him up and go, and then hope he doesn't have a perfect guard. And we all thought it was gonna be a perfect guard on top of from Leon reversed, but apparently that wasn't the case. So he ended up guarding 3 cards from hand and an interceptor to make it 2 to pass. Leon gets double crit. Jesus, that's insane. With a double crit and Leon out of all people, well, I guess you don't need Void or Reversed or even Psyqualia for that matter. Regular Leon didn't even activate his Psyqualia, which was pretty good because, hey, I can just beat you by myself. I don't even need any help whatsoever. And instead of Psyqualia, I have the Wind behind me, and that's momentum right there. Wind equals momentum for Leon, and that's how he won. And he he did so damn well with crit triggers that he just won the match. He won the match, and he completely forgone that future, even though that Reverse Leon came from an alternate timeline. The tease is that Leon's probably going to get reversed anyways, but at least for now, he's not reversed. And then after he beats Leon, Leon reverse gets unreversed, and he pretty much says, wow, I guess I shouldn't have given up back. I guess I should not have gave up back then, and I feel the wind blow on me again before he disappears. And so, okay, it's kind of a happy ending, stuff like that. And then the next thing you see, Leon teleports right back into the same room that he was sealed from. Comes in, he was tired as hell. He was pretty much just almost fell to the ground because he was so exhausted because apparently Reverse Takudo used Leon's spirit to summon that alternate version of Leon to fight him in this mirror match. And throughout that whole fight, Takudo Reverse was just like screwing and trash talking, Takudo's spirit and just laughing in the face of regular Leon. But when Leon won, what else? You don't need you don't need any other proof to say that, hey, you don't need reverse that much. And Leon played it so well, even though that last draw check was pretty lucky, I don't know, I thought he was gonna get reversed, but nope. Leon says no. And so after that, when Takudo's spirit becomes free, because now Takudo's power apparently is a bit waning because he used a lot of it to summon this reverse Leon, then the Spirit Takudo takes out his Vanguard deck. And we're going to see, oh wow, it's going to be Takudo reversed versus Takudo Spirit. In my mind, can probably blow because, really? A Spirit playing Cardfight Vanguard? Alright, we can do that. There's enough supernatural stuff going on in the reverse organization's building, so why not? Let's keep going. I want to see what 2 decks are gonna do. Takudo reverse may run, Link Joker and Takudo's reverse Takudo may run Link Joker and Takudo Spirit. Who knows what he's gonna run? Is he gonna run Gold Paladins? Is he gonna run Mega Colony, Pale Moon, Shadow Paladins? Is he gonna run any of the clans that were featured in set 15? Well, I didn't see the preview for next week's episode, but I'm hoping that we see some more stuff from set 15 because this set is crazy. That is really taking after the set from set 5 when it premiered last February, and coincidentally, set 15 is set to launch in February. So there's a lot to look forward to in the OCG, and now we're gonna see what's gonna happen between Takudo Spirit and Takudo Reverse. And I think it's going to be an insane battle that should last at least maybe 2 episodes. But with the way that they're going about it with the uh how do I say this? The way about the pacing and card fights, maybe it's probably going to be an episode only. But still, it's very enjoyable nonetheless. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. And if you guys have any more comments, what do you guys think about the Maelstrom Reverse? What do you think about the episode? Do you think that this crazy magic that can happen is viable, or do you think that you know the premise of the episode was really a build up, and everybody's thinking, oh no, we don't want Leon to be reversed because we want to see him use that mirror again. But I guess for episode discussion, that should at least be a starting point. And that's it for at least analyzing the episode. Of course, if I missed anything or you want to add anything to the conversation, please comment down below. And then let's get right into the results of our local. There were 3 tournaments that happened this week, at least that to my knowledge, I either attended or that I was informed of by members of Team Gradelock. The first tournament that I went to was in Comics and Toys in River Reds for the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Now I ran Harpies this time instead of Perfect Herald because I wanted to try out new decks, and I ended up breaking even. I went 2-2, and then yeah, that's my notification. The first round that I went up against, it was a Dark Magician Spellbook deck. I managed to get rid of it because Harpy's Hunting Ground is OP in that sense, and I keep popping back row. And then second round I went up against Andrew. He's kind of my mentor in Yu-Gi-Oh. He's running Frognarks, and I made that one misplay in game 3 where, since he doesn't do mass destruction a majority of the time, I should have sided out Starlight Road or kept it in my hand, because I would have been able to do Hysteric Party the turn after, so I could at least get the Harpies onto the field and get a safe game going with Harpy's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. So from there, I managed to I lost that one. I managed to win against an Evil Swarm player because Harpies are not affected by Evil Swarm that much, because they're all level 4s outside of Harpy's Pet Dragon, which is really not going to be used that much. And so I won that one. And then the fourth round I went up against Chaos Dragons, a deck that was put together last minute. I managed to get stomped on because I didn't have the combos in play. He had the key cards at the right time, such as warning, lance, etc. So he was able to at least shut down my offense before it even began. So I went 2-2. I managed to get 9th place out of maybe 15, 16 people. And it was top 8, so I just missed the cutoff. But of course, next week there's always another time I can do that. However, I think I'm gonna have a better chance if I actually have a Draco Sack, Big Eye, or Master of Blade, so I can utilize my rank 7 players and not have my Harpy's Pet Dragon just sitting there, or at least just use them for discard fodder. So that tournament though went pretty well, and I know a couple of my friends outside of Team Gradelock were trying to get into the get into a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament for next week, so that should be an interesting one. Then Friday, I wasn't there at Game On, but there was a tag team Cardfight Vanguard tourney. There were 5 teams that participated. Top 2 teams were Ian and CK, and Alex and Henry. I'm not sure what decks they were playing at the tournament, but they just told me that they managed to get top 2 teams. Excuse me. And so they managed to pull some stuff. I know that one of the pulls that Henry and Alex pulled were Himiko, was Himiko. And then Saturday came the big tourney at Game On, Saturday weekly tourney. Yusuke Yomi, I wound up going 3-1, even though there were only 14, 15 people there, and it was cut to top 4. So pretty much you go undefeated or you drop. So what happened there? First game I went up against Joe. He was using a new deck. I think he was using the it was either Royal Paladins or crud, I'm trying to remember. I don't know, I think it was either Royal Paladins or maybe Genesis or something. It was one of the two. I managed to beat him because I managed to hit my stack, and I remember the double crit, so put on Vanguard to win. Second round I went up against CK with Eradicators, and I lost that round because game 3 he managed to do the Descendant play, and I didn't have enough cards to guard in my hand, and I was maybe say I'll take the hit, but he drive check a crit trigger, so I didn't get any heals off of that. And then third game I went up against somebody else. I'm not sure exactly who, but I think I went up against either Ian or Alex, and they were running, I guess, War Paladins or Gold Paladins. I managed to beat them, and then fourth round I played Eric, who was running Alpha Beat. I managed to beat him because Silent Tom was doing mad work. Then top four, the cut was CK, Jenna, Rob, and I think Frank. And top two became Frank and Rob, Rob from Team Dark Matter. And so I got recordings of games 2 and 3 of those matches, so I'll have those uploaded today just to kind of, show you. I know game 2, just to give a heads up, the camera kind of cut off because I ran out of memory, so there was a skipping, but it wasn't skipping by any more than maybe 15-20 seconds. It was still on the same turn though, so I'll make sure I can just edit that in. And then game 3, it was done in one take. It was good, so I didn't have to worry too much about that. And so Rob meant, oh, actually, I won't I won't spoil it for you. I'll let you watch the video to find out. In terms of upcoming news from Team Gradelock, I know that Vanguard's been pretty good to us lately, and we're looking forward to what the meta is going to be bringing, because February is going to be redefining the meta all over again. This time, going for the renaissance of restanding Vanguards that was established last February with the end, and kind of like where the end was maybe not the pioneer but the master of restanding, because before the end you had Spectral Duke, you had Mr. Invincible, you had Blau Kruger, you had a couple other units came before that did restanding Vanguards, but the end pretty much mastered it. And then we're gonna have more restanding Vanguards in the form of Revenger Raging Form Dragon, and then that is gonna be another crazy one to happen. And so I think it's gonna be a very interesting format upcoming for February. I'm just glad that January we have no sets whatsoever, so at least our wallets can rest easy for a little bit. And so next up, we're gonna be probably talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. I know Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm getting back into it. I'm just enjoying it a hell of a lot more now. I'm building. Yeah, I'm just getting my extra deck settled for Harpies. Just get my Dracosag, Big Eye, and Master Blades, and then I can also get the Ghost Trick deck on the way. I have a complete Ghost Trick main deck. Got all my lanterns, my specters, my concealing lights, mansions, terraforming, staples, etc. You name it, I managed to get it. I have one owl card, although I would like to see if I can pick up another one. And then, I've been enjoying that playstyle a hell of a lot. Just poke and hide, bait and switch. Just awesome. And so, I'll probably be playing Ghost Tricks on a Thursday's tournament, and then for Friday and Saturday. Friday, I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I'm probably going to be not at the tag team tournament, but Saturday, of course, I'll always be back there and there to record maybe some casual matches or so. But at least this is pretty much the agenda for this week. Just get up the Unlocked Week episode, the 2 casual matches that were in our locals finals, and then we'll see what happens later on in the week. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope that you enjoyed at least 2013, because 2014 is going to come in, and it's going to come in with a whole head of steam. And I hope you guys are going to be enjoying it. Just happy holidays and happy New Year's from Team Gradelock. And that is it for me. I am your host, AlphonZeus, and I will see you guys next time.